Just before we start this reading, I want you to look at some footage that was taken just a couple of weeks ago between Biden and Barack Obama. The reason why I'm showing you this is because according to the Galactic Federation, Barack Obama had a lot of contact with them in 2012, I believe. And what I think they're talking about here is I think the Galactic Federation removed some weapons, some nuclear weapons that the United States was hiding either at the North or the South Poles, and they just disappeared. And I think what this conversation is about is the sudden disappearance. I think that's what Barack is talking to Biden about. So Biden is learning something here. Now, there has been a number of articles recently, like in the past 2 or 3 months, about military weapons disappearing, like millions, billions of dollars worth. For example, some of the military weapons that the U.S. were giving to the Ukraine so that they could defend themselves against Russia. I think it's over $1 billion of those weapons were missing. Ukraine is denying that they were stolen, but they're still unaccounted for. I mean, for any of you who think that we've agreed not to use nuclear weapons, everything in green there are warheads assigned for potential use. So apparently $1.7 billion worth of defense gear, weapons, and military equipment that the U.S. provided to the Ukraine so that they could fight Russia went missing. And the Ukraine is denying that it was stolen. All right, so let's just ask, first of all, at the time that that conversation was going on between Biden and Barack Obama, how was Biden feeling about the U.S. military's weapons? At the time, so in 2 hard and 3 soft, what was Biden generally thinking and feeling about the U.S. military? What was Biden generally thinking and feeling at that time? So I'm not saying that they were talking about it, just saying at that point in time, how was Biden in 2 more thinking and feeling generally about the U.S. military? How was Biden at that time generally thinking and feeling about the U.S. military? Okay. So this could have been somewhere in a hot climate. However, you'll note the magician here. The magician can be associated with a trick. How was Biden thinking and feeling about the U.S. military at the time that that conversation took place? He could have been angry. Why would he have been angry? Okay, well, there's the world. He may have been paranoid. Notice how his eyes are going that way. The world can be an ending, or there can be a north and a south pole there. No. They went missing. There's something that's concealed here. Okay? And that can be something that's destroyed, or and there's the world, and this could be the north and the south poles. How is he feeling? How is Biden thinking and feeling before he talked to Obama about there's something coming out in the open. Somebody may have delivered a message here. Somebody may have delivered a message. He may have thought that somebody may have exposed where they were. He could have thought that somebody knew where they were. No. So there's somebody who wanted to destroy them, or wanted to destroy them. They went missing. That's something that's gone missing. They were missing. They were absolutely missing. So he may have thought that they were stolen. Yeah, he was confused. That's deception there. He may have thought that, and he was angry about it. He was angry about it. What's the Ten of Pentacles? Wow, that could be it's the Ten of Pentacles there. Who's in the Three of Cups? Oh, let me just check. Just a minute here. Like, this is part of a group. This person is a director. Can be a Gemini. let's just go to what were Barack Obama and Biden discussing? What were they talking about? What were they talking about? Mother Earth, okay? I don't know who this group of people is yet. Somebody who's working with a group of people. What were they talking about? What were Biden and something that went missing? Yeah, this is Mother Earth. That's Gaia there. There's something, that's very corrupt, it's very bad that went missing. What's the devil for what they were talking about? What is the devil for what they were talking about? Yeah, weaponry, I think, is that, that's somebody staking territory, and they're usually, very upset, angry. Also over here is confusion and distrust. What were they talking about? Yeah, they were talking. What is the Ten of Swords? I've got to find out what this Ten of Pentacles here, where this is a portal to another dimension. That could be the Galactic Federation, but we don't know. All right. What was Obama telling? What was he explaining to Biden? What was Obama explaining to Biden? What was he explaining? Yeah, that there's something being banned and there's something that's wrong. That you can't hide. You can't hide betrayal. What was Obama explaining to Biden? What is the Three of Swords? Something that's wrong. It has to do with betrayal. It could be, that can be a nuclear war here. So who felt that something was in what is the Three of Swords here, please? So there's the solar flares. So this is some reveal, okay? The Three of Swords. The Sun and the Tower. I think what this is exposure here. And they weren't expecting this exposure. The Three of Swords could be what they were planning on doing because, of course, hiding these weapons, they were probably somebody, here's what it is. There's an investigator here who knows, who is exposing a truth here. Somebody was watching. He was explaining that people are watching and they know what was Barack Obama. Yeah, that we're going to find out who's watching. But here's somebody all fired up and getting ready to do something fiery. There's somebody watching. Notice how this is in a desert. Who was Barack Obama telling Biden was watching? Who were the watchers? Who were the watchers? The same people who took same people who dismantled the weapons. Who were the watchers? Yeah, the people who were trying to prevent, people who were trying to defend the earth. Like that's death and destruction there. Look how green and beautiful everything is there, and look how yucky everything is there. It looks like an oil spill or something. Who were the watchers? Yeah, the people bringing this message, this peaceful message. Who were the watchers? The people who were bringing this message that was completely unexpected. Who are the watchers? Yeah. And the Wheel of Fortune, I believe this is the... Do you see the four... These are like the four apostles. People who are keeping the earth, you know, keeping it in place, and we don't even know it. Yeah, the people who are unconditionally loving. Just look at the lemniscape there. People who are trying to control and hold back an event. Yeah, people who are trying to hold back. This can be war. People who are trying to prevent a war from breaking out. Yeah, peace. People bringing messages of peace. Okay. Yeah, and there's some... Ooh, that's a very powerful person there. Wow. Do you see Mother Earth there? That's Gaia. These people hold, yeah, they're holding the earth in place. They choose the earth. It's a very powerful person there that could be a, yeah, it's a king who's upset. This king, this has got to be a member of the Galactic Federation here, I think. And these are people on Earth creating war. All right, so, okay. Now, what was Biden so surprised about when he was talking? Because it's like he said at the end, all of them? What was he so surprised? He was angry. He's under pressure. What was he so shocked about? That they knew everything, that they were watching, that they could see right through whatever the U.S. was doing. Yeah, and they wanted this beautiful utopia that they were watching. They wanted the earth to look, you know, to be taken care of. What was he so surprised about? That they were good people, that they were... What was he so surprised about? Well, this is interesting. Who's that? That's somebody in the Middle East. What was Biden so surprised about? That something was very unstable. What was he so surprised about? He was thinking about... He was thinking about how over here people are very worried or somebody's very stressed. What was he so surprised about? Just a minute. Maybe that Barack was happy and not stressed. What was he so surprised about? Oh, hang on. He was surprised about somebody losing sleep here. Who's losing sleep? No. What he was surprised about, what's funny here, is the reason why the Galactic Federation did this disarming is so that they're just going to end up clubbing each other, right? The Earth can't be destroyed here. So, you know, maybe he's that much of an idiot that he doesn't realize the damage, you know. The choice. The choice. Oh, what he was surprised about was that we were not eligible. What Biden was surprised about was that we were not eligible to be part of that group. Yep. Because we are so inept and childish. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Now, there's a Gemini here. Maybe Trump screwed something up with the Galactic Federation here. Somebody may have refused a contract. Okay, what did... I'm going to go to the... so there is somebody at the top. They call him the King of Swords. Lord... oh, God, what's his name? I've got to get his name. Just hang on. Lord Ashtar. What does Lord Ashtar... How does Lord Ashtar feel about Donald Trump? How does Lord Ashtar feel about Donald Trump? Yeah, he's bracing himself for... He thinks he's a fool and a risk taker. He could have been very shocked here. How does Lord Ashtar feel about Donald Trump? Here we go. Yeah. Very stressed about what Trump could be concealing. Very, very stressed. Okay, so... how does Trump feel about Lord Ashtar? How does Trump feel? He's shocked. He's confused. How does Trump feel about Lord Ashtar? Oh! He could be shocked about being left out in the cold. He also may have been... Ashtar, he's angry as hell because things were taken from him as well. Oh, that's hilarious. That's so funny. Things that Trump was trying to hold on to that he thought were his. He's angry because they went missing. So, oh, geez. Good Lord. Yep, he's very suspect. Yep, he thinks that Lord Ashtar disarmed him. Wow. Whoa. So maybe Trumpy was going to use weapons. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. All right. Now. So. This is not good. So. The reason why I'm looking at this reading here is that it seems like there is some uncertainty about how everything is going to proceed. How does Lord Ashtar feel about whether or not any intervention is going to be done? They're working on something. How does Lord Ashtar feel about whether or not any intervention is going to be done? Okay, so these are people who are ascending. And we're going to get that done first. Beautiful. That's all you guys. If you're still listening to this reading, that's you. So you guys are safe. Up you go. Now then, after you guys have ascended, what does Lord Ashtar feel? Yeah, no, there's that. This is the old planet being annihilated. Yeah. It's in the Four of Swords. Something that has yet to be revealed. or the solar flares, or something that you don't need to see. I think what's happening here is their hope. Yeah, look at this. There's all out violence there. Just a minute now. Somebody skipped timelines here. There's a time traveler right there, for God's sakes, to make this even more complicated. There's some uncertainty about what's going to happen after you guys ascend. There's somebody doing some time traveling there. Do you see this? Somebody's going back into the past to fix something. Yes, and damn it. It's like, who's resisting here? Who's resisting? Oh, damn it. I mean, somebody, you can see that, just look how beautiful and healthy the environment and the earth looks there. And there's nothing here. There's just, there's total desecration. Those could be ashes, that may not be even snow. So yeah, that's what's happening. There is, I hate to say this, but after you guys have ascended to a beautiful physical, it's not like, being in something that you can't physically enjoy. There's a beautiful utopia for you guys. But for people who have, hidden nuclear warheads and, caused, resources to be, to be held back from, not to be equally distributed, and who've damaged the environment and, who've caused death and destruction, those people are going to die here on this earth. And the old earth it's like a snake shedding its skin. This is the dead skin here. Sorry to be so graphic. All right, now. Oh, God, sorry, that was a bit depressing. Show me, there's something about colors, all right? This beautiful, new earth. Yeah, just have a look. Just look at the colors. Look at the blue and the white. Look at the sand and the blue water. Show me more in the blue sky. Show me more about the landscape for this beautiful new utopia. It looks warm and inviting, and just look at that. That looks like some shrubbery there, and some beautiful, clean oceans. Ooh, just a moment now. Well, that now we must look at this. Why are we seeing the Five of Pentacles? Because of somebody offering something? Yeah, be careful who you take with you. Be careful who you take with you, guys. People say to me, I can't believe there's only 144,000. I can't believe there are that many. I can't believe there are that many. And I'll tell you why. There's the 10 energies of the divine. Now, here's what I find all of you guys have in common. Number one, you can come up with some pretty darn good ideas. A lot of you are, when you tell me what you're doing and working on, and the ideas that you have, they are what I would call innovative, inspired ideas. They have that spark of inspiration, and they're all rooted in this loving energy. They're all, even those of you who are writing or creating, it's because the piece of work is gonna enrich somebody else's life, So I would call that Hakma, all right? That is where the seed of inspiration, once the Fool carries, you guys carry the energy of Keter down to the Great Father, Hakma, that is where this seed starts to germinate. Going over to Bina, where the idea actually is developed. Believe it or not, that's where the analytical mind begins to develop and work on the idea and, make it, mold the idea. But it's enhanced with this understanding. And it's the understanding, how they say love is understanding. It takes a heck of a lot, of understanding to be able to love and understanding to be able to develop an idea. There is also a need to be able to focus on an idea. And that requires somebody to not be affected by the status quo or to be distracted by what other people say you should be doing, or you like to concentrate on these things. It's the intellectual side of you. The force, chesed, the power to love. And with chesed, it's gratuitous. It's given. It's not something that anyone has earned. It's unconditional love. It's kindness, mercy, generosity. It's the power to love, to share, to want other people to feel loved, to feel good, to care about some woman who's, her car is broken down in the middle of an intersection and she's embarrassed, and you guys will be the first one to get out, and make sure that nobody's going to be hitting the car. And once you guys get out, a whole whack of other people, will then get out. And then you've got an army of people helping her push her car to the side. That's chesed. That is the power to love, to be generous, to share in someone's happiness, to share in their grief. Gevura, the tester. This gives you the power to, the power of discipline. You guys, all your readings, boy, oh boy, have you ever had to put up with people in the fives. You're so, you guys have become such experts at this now. It's like water rolling off a duck's back. To ferret, the ability to empathize. Everyone always thinks that means to love, but it's actually, it enables us to be harmonious, to empathize. So, for example, one of your children is, on Christmas morning, they're one, and your first thought will be, you know what? They don't have anything in their stomach. We get some oatmeal in them and just see, the first thing you'll think of is there's some reason, to empathize, judge people. If somebody's wearing something that's kind of offensive, you'll think maybe that's the only coat they have. It takes, it's the times that call upon us. For example, if you have somebody, I used to work in this. It required me to go through this very large building in a city downtown, and I would always attract the homeless people and what did they call me? They called me a freak magnet, and I don't mean to call anybody a freak, but I always made sure that when these people would come up to me, that I would really say hello to them in a nice, confident, loud voice, stop, talk to them, just to show other people, that, they're a person too. They've got something interesting about them. But, for me, it was a bit of a drag because, it really, some of these people were very difficult to talk to because a lot of them couldn't speak properly and they had a lot of mental issues. But they meant well, and these people are looked down upon by most people, Let me go on. Netza, where the chariot is, Sephira number 7. The power to overcome, the daring, forceful part of you. When you know that something ought to be said, when you realize that you could face some, negative ramifications, but you're doing the right thing. When you're standing up for somebody or you're disagreeing with something or, you might be breaking a rule, you might be standing up for the oppressed or something. But it's also, when somebody says to you, it's unlikely that you're going to do that. It's just a minute, I am going to do this. And you know what that requires? Faith in oneself. Faith in the higher self. Hood, Sephira number 8, humility, being devoted, submitting to a higher cause, but it's also respect. I always think of the, I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie Wimbledon. Was it Wimbledon? Anyway, the ball boy, the young boy who worshipped the tennis players so much that all he wanted to do was be the ball boy, and he really, really was proud to be picking up the tennis balls. And in one part of the movie, the guy on the other side, I don't know if he did it deliberately, but part of me thought he did because he knew that the main character was really was friendly with the ball boy. Anyway, this tennis ball flew over and hit the ball boy in the head, and he got injured, and it made the main character so angry that he won the match. But don't worry, the ball boy was okay. But the way that the respect that the ball boy had for the tennis player, how he looked up to him, and he was proud to work for him. It's the idea of being devoted and being able to submit to a higher cause, and a good one, and to be grateful and to be happy to be doing that. The 9s, yes, that's where the hermit stands. Altruism, loyalty, selflessness, to do something. This stuff all comes natural for you guys. This is why none of this is new to you. None of this. Malkut, to be able to put these things into some form of action, or to be able to speak, to put all of this into speech, to lead, or at least to communicate. You don't have to be, a fantastic, a public speaker, but to be able to communicate your ideas. Now, you tell me that you think that there are more than 144,000 of those kind of people. I'm surprised there are that many. These are the 10 energies of the divine. And this is what I notice about you guys. All of this is here. All of it. So, now, what's the warning here? Well, some of you may not realize that you are allowed to, I don't exactly understand how it works, but you are able to take loved ones with you. There's a warning here to be careful who you take. In terms of, it looks like there could be a friend here. It could even be there could be a sibling, but take your children, take your dog or your cat, but be careful. Why do you need to take anyone? Look at this. There's the moon there. Look at these masks. There's deceptive energy here. We don't want this dark energy in this new place where we're going. You're going to have to raise your sword and be very discriminating. Yeah, because we don't want this happening. I mean, somebody could be saying to you, if I get left behind, this is what's going to happen to me. Well, there he is. There's the King of Swords. That's Lord Ashtar. Okay. Yes. What does Lord Ashtar have to say about this? Yeah, I mean, what Lord Ashtar has to say about this is they're getting something out of it. All right, there could be, so if you're helping someone, how do you know that pentacle up there isn't some other very, very negative energy? Okay, because they could be being tricked. Does Lord Ashtar have to say? I knew that King of Swords was coming out. Yeah, there's going to be this. I mean, there's going to be some kind of a proposal that comes in that looks very, looks good on the outside. Yeah, just look ahead, look forward. There's going to be, look at this beautiful future you have ahead of you. Freedom, passion. I mean, this is just amazing, and it's just around the corner. All right? Just apologize to them, say goodbye. Because the thing is, you don't know what they have, who's behind their request. They may not even know. They could be tricked, yeah. Could be trickster there. Trickster. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So they could be, this could be family members, see? This could be somebody who's getting to you through your family member. I beg of you, just go it alone. Take it, if you have kids, take your children. Well, if they're young and they can't survive on their own, but there's a very important decision that you're making there. Very important choice. Take your children. There you go. Yeah. A young child, If it's an adult, I would seriously, yeah. If it's an adult, look, they're on their own journey, all right? Now I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And well done. Let's just get one last piece of advice. What are my chosen ones? Oh, I like this. Showing vulnerability, you know this well, is a sign of strength. Is it ever? For example, it means that you honor your own emotions and you know that you're worth it. Let's say that you're telling somebody that you love them and, you know, there's a possibility they may not love you back. I love you. You know, I just do. And I understand. I don't mean to put pressure on you, but I just want you to know that. Maybe I wish in some lifetime it would be requited. But just know that I do. Probably the other person does love you anyway. But why is that a sign of strength? Because it shows that you're not embarrassed about how you feel. Why is that a sign of strength? Because it shows that you're proud of who you choose to love, and you value your own. You know that you're not crazy. You know your emotions are valid, and it also, in a very tacit way, really, it actually, and it also shows that you love unconditionally. But you don't have a big ego. You're okay, being on. Sorry, confirmation there. Being on the sort of not the losing end, but you're all right being the dumpy. And I'll tell you something about being like that. You will never lose sleep ever, because in all likelihood, the person that you're speaking to does love you, and they're afraid, or they've got some who the heck knows, who cares. But that person will be stressing and obsessing over why they weren't honest, and then they'll realize that, and there will come a day when your affections have transferred to someone else, and then they're the ones who end up on the losing end of things, okay? So it really is inspiring and cool when people do that. I remember when I don't know if this is really being vulnerable, but it's being modest. Do you remember when the Queen, when she passed away, and there was this, so all the important people got to, go in at certain designated times, and all the regular poor people, the proletariat, would have to line up in this huge public line. And who's at the very back of it but the soccer star, what's his name again? David Beckham. And he was there, and he was the media just stumbled upon him. They didn't even realize that he was there. And he was just mixing in with the crowd. He made it look so bloody cool. After that, all the celebrities wanted to get in the line, That is, I don't know if it's vulnerability. Well, maybe it is. But not only is it a sign of strength there, but it's showing that he is proud of who he is. And, I don't know what else to say about that. This is your turf anyway. You guys have this all covered. All right, guys, let me know what you think of the reading. Thanks for watching.